Thanks for tuning into an episode of First Cut's very own podcast, The Beanbag Archives. It is a platform to have discussions with filmmakers and film lovers alike. If you don't already know, First Cut is an annual international film festival organized by the students of Flame University. First Cut has always been a space that encourages budding filmmakers all across the world to showcase their films. This year, First Cut's happening from the 12th to 14th of February, so make sure you have enough popcorn. Um, Also, over the years, the festival has evolved from being a platform to view films to an opportunity for all enthusiasts to engage in discussions about various aspects of cinema. These discussions explore the politics, sociology, and culture of cinema, which also intersects with the multidisciplinary philosophy of Flame University. So today on First Cut's virtual beanbag, we have Sanya Sagar, a writer, director, and actor. She completed her graduation in film communication from National Institute of Fashion Technology, more commonly known as NIFT. Further, she did a diploma in filmmaking from London Film Academy and completed her master's from Goldsmiths University of London. You would also recognize her from the recent Dalit Lives Matter movement. Sanya, coming from the community, raised her voice towards the grave injustice faced by the Dalit community in India. Sanya, thank you so much for making time for us. Uh, a lot of our students and teachers at Flame followed the Dalit Lives movement and were enraged about the Hathras case. And seeing you raise your voice was so powerful. And yeah, like we look up to you so much. I saw your film 44. So if you could just tell us a little about your personal journey, educational experiences, whatever you're comfortable with.
Um, my journey in terms of my experiences as like being a Dalit, what I've faced, or just generally, you're asking me.
Um, that's a difficult one. Maybe like a bit of both, whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, so I am originally from Lucknow. I did my education in Lucknow, and when I was 17, even before my board exams results came out, my NIFT came out, and like my result came out, and I got through NIFT, and that was when I went to the counseling sessions to decide what my thing is going to be. And I wanted to do fashion designing. And I'm like, so my dad always told me, like, he's like, when it's 12, when you're signing, you have to sign whether that's what caste you are and everything. And I never really bothered about it because it was never like spoken like openly or nobody spoke about it. Only around that time was when my dad was like, no, you put that thing, you put SC if it is there and everything. But he also said, he's like, don't say it out loud, which I completely forgot about because I had completely didn't remember. So in class they were like, so who's an SC and everything, and I raised my hand. And when I did, and like she ticked whatever, and the teacher also asked out loud, like probably assuming that there's nobody in class or whatever, it was a casual drop in. And I said yes. After that, like this girl was like, oh, Sonia, I'm so proud of you that you said that. And I still didn't get the meaning. I was like, okay, great. Like, I'm glad that you said that. And then when I went back home and discussed it with my mom, so she's like, that's why, because you're an SC and not people talk about it and everything. So when I got through, I'm like, this is awesome that I've got through NIFT and everything. And my ranking was pretty good. Like, my ranking was 54 under reservation. So when I go there, so I was like, this is cool because now I have a good ranking, and everyone's like, if your ranking is good, you're gonna get the seats and the department that you want. I always wanted to go to Bombay, but I wanted to take fashion designing. But I couldn't get fashion designing because what happens is they do the ranking from the general category first, and then when the seats are left, whatever seats are left in different demand, then it goes to the Dalit, the reservation, this thing. So when people say that, oh, you have a benefit and everything, and we technically don't because we still come under that bracket. We're like the second cat. I'm not degrading the education system right now. I'm not saying, oh, NIFT is bad or anything. I'm just showing the reality. And then it was like 2 or 3 seats missing. And by the time my turn came, all fashion designing, all over NIFTs was gone. So the only thing that was left was Raebareli. And I'm from Lucknow, and I've grown up in sort of that political environment and just growing up seeing that. Like, like there's a lot of this class difference and there's a lot of crime in some of these small towns and there's no freedom for women and all that. So I wanted to step away. I was like, no, I want to go to a metro city where these things aren't a problem, and not even Delhi, because Delhi is horrendous when it comes to girl crimes. We all know that. So Bombay was the safest, and it is the safest till date. Like there's never been a case. So and then this guy, he was like, "Ah, primary," So I was like, Bombay. I want Bombay. Like that's what I want, even if it's fashion communication. Touchwood, fashion communication turned out to be a great, great, great department for me because it opened up many sort of categories for me. And that's how like I got into films, because I used to make edit films in college also, even if it's for graphic designing or whatever. And then I got through during that when I was working for 1 year over here. I so my problem is that I'm also coming from, like, I could say like my father, when I was growing up, he didn't have much money. Only when I was 6 or 7 years he started sort of growing a little bit in his business and work. And so financially, he became pretty stable by the time I was that age. So when I went out working, sometimes privilege backfires terribly, because these first ADs and the ADs, they saw my house when they came for a recce to Lucknow, and they just refused to pay me because like, "Arey, तुम्हारे पास इतना पैसा है." I mean, you can just work like that for free, and this is your first film and all that, so we're not gonna pay you. So all that stuff backfired on me majorly. So that's why I chose to like educate myself and understand the rights and wrongs of the business and how you are not being fooled by the people. So that's when I went to London and I did my diploma, and then I did an MA in film producing, and like completely took it in my hands, and I came back and I started doing my own thing, and it's been pretty good because I've made a lot of music videos, been AD, chief AD. I just finished a movie with Jeff Goldberg where I was his first AD, which was a brilliant experience. So yeah, that's been my journey so far.
Since you mentioned movies, could you talk a little bit about the representation of the Dalit community in films? Because this is just some observations that we've made that, how the last names are always given to like people from the lower caste, and it's just a very unfair portrayal, we feel.
Yeah, like very recently, I was on a shoot actually, like this month, Jan, yeah, a few weeks ago, basically. And I was on a shoot, and somebody sent me this article on the Madam Chief Minister, the new movie that is out, which is based on Mayawati. And there was this controversial article about the poster. So very much it goes down to the portrayal of the Dalit community, which is, if you see the poster, she's wearing like these rugged clothes and she's a jharu in her hand for some reason. So like, what are you on about? Like, she was very educated. She was never a sweeper. And you're like, are you? And that's the representation. Maybe the film is amazing. Maybe the actors and actresses and the filmmakers have done like a brilliant job at it. But it is like, from the poster is the first impression of a film, right? And anybody would see it, be like, why are they portraying, like, are you trying to feel sorry? Are you trying to show that, oh, you know how they say, are bichari, like, we're not, and that is so wrong, because they're not bicharas. Like, stop victimizing the community. And in all films, if you'll notice, even from back in the day, amazing films have come up, Achut Kanya and whatnot. But whenever there's a woman, which is a Dalit woman, if you've not noticed, maybe it is my observation, I don't know, but they're sexualized, like one dhoti covering just the bust and all that, and usme garibi bhi is also involved a little bit. Whenever you're showing a Dalit man, it's like phate cheetre kapde and all that. They can also afford, they do vocational training, vocational work, they have vocational work. But the problem is that the Brahmanical view on the community इज लाइक, बेचारे चमड़े का काम करते हैं, बेचारे सुअर को पकड़ने का काम करते हैं. Why can't we take pride in that vocation that we have? That was caste system was, right? And whenever you are portraying that, like, even when you see what you said about the names, it's very important. But because अगर दलित centric film है, तभी आपका protagonist दलित होएगा, ठीक है? नहीं तो if there's any other kind of normal commercial film or whatever, the surname is always Pandey ji, Shukla ji, Thakur ji. Why can't there be like a, okay, Dalit is a part of this country, na? It is a part of the community. So why can't there be a story about some other completely other subject, and this guy is a Dalit. Like he could be dealing with just regular problems, just like you or anybody else over there. Why does it always have to be, oh, Dalit falling in love with the upper community and then it doesn't work? Or in fact, Masan was really probably the best, I feel, that showed what they actually, even though it was still about that love story and the upper caste, lower caste, or the higher ranking or whatever, but they actually showed that he's like, that's the kind of jobs that we do, but you don't have to make us feel sorry about it. Like, for example, Fungi was a film in which they were like pig catching. In that film, there's a scene that when the task was given, they're terrible at catching the film, but the pig. But when person is doing these kind of vocations on a daily basis, they will become experts at this job, right? And they will know exactly how to. So the filmmakers who are making these, they're not even letting us be proud about the work that we do. एक तो तुमने हमको सबसे नीचे वाला काम दे दिया, और उसके बाद से तुम हमें और वो धुतकार दिया कि ठीक है ऐसा काम है, पता नहीं कैसे करते होंगे। वो उनकी रोजी रोटी है, वो करते हैं, वो उनका भगवान है वो काम. So that's a representative which is misrepresented in movies, I feel. And yeah, the name is a very big thing. Like why can't we be represented? Why there are other issues related to Dalits? Why aren't they coming up? Why is because the problem is filmmakers, there's something like the mimesis, which is like inspired by true events, but they are your personal experiences on the event. So what we see is a very mythological kind of representation, like Ramayana ho gaya, jo bhi, the factual facts from the mythology, which they're just showing as it is. There is no internalization to these problems. There is no inner perspective of these problems, because this is an outside view of the problem. It is not the view from the inside of the problem. That makes sense to you. So yeah, it's terribly misrepresented.
It's
Like
so,
there's no words for it. Yeah.
it's so sad that even in our homes, when our parents talk to us about future career, occupation, and stuff,
Yeah.
bachpan se we've heard this only, if you want to be successful, you want to be at the top, you have to do those mainstream, Indian saying engineer, doctor, lawyer, and stuff. Nobody like looks up to people doing jobs that are also so necessary, like sweepers. Nobody grows up in India thinking, oh, I want to do sweeping. Why is it like not honorable to do sweeping? I mean, in today's time, I feel like we need more sweepers than we need engineers and doctors and stuff. So,
Yeah, but now, with like so much poverty in the country and so much unemployment, there are other caste people also doing these kind of jobs, right? Like there are people from a different caste and things like that. A very recent incident happened with me from the sweeper in my building. Basically, he's the one who does the cleaning in my building and everything. And I just out of respect, as a term of respect, I call everybody bhaiya or didi. So, and I always give him food and everything whenever there's something extra made, because I like love his little child who also comes sometimes, and his wife will come and all that. So I just give her on the Navratka day, I'll give her something or whatever. So this one day he was cleaning, and I was like, I said something to him. I was like, Bhaiya, he's like, Hum bhaiya nahi hai. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, nahi, nahi, hum bhaiya nahi hai, hum wo log nahi hai. Do you get the connotation? And
right.
that's when it instantly clicked me. And I was like, क्यों भैया में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? He's like, नहीं नहीं तुम हमें जमादार बुला दो, लेकिन हमें भैया मत बुलाओ. Can you imagine? Because this is how the society has created the whole thing around the let या छोटी जात है तुम चमारो ये वो. So he was like, no. So I'm like, आपको पता है मैं क्या हूँ? He's like, nahi. So I was like, मैं भी भैया हूँ, मैं भीमराव लोग हूँ. They understand as the Bhimrao people. He's like, aap was? He was in shock. He couldn't believe it. And like, I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's not the fact or whatever, but he stopped coming to my house to take anything from me. Like it's just the mindset that people have. Like nowadays it's so mixed, and it's just the way the people see it, look down upon them. which it shouldn't be like that. And with being so much people, educated people are like that, and them saying that अरे ये तो सब छोटे शहरों में होता है, ये तो बड़े शहरों में नहीं होता है. So what, is it not your issue? Is it not your problem? If छोटे शहरों में, are you just gonna be ignorant about it? And how sad is that? You're just saying, oh, it's out of sight, it's out of mind, it's not my problem. And that's how it is, and that's very sad.
Even in education, like I'm just looking back at my, trying to remember my school days and the textbooks, history textbooks and stuff. I think they also that is how the Dalit community was portrayed even in our textbooks, that that is the work that they do, and in a very sympathetic way, not like, okay, this is how you are describing what the community is doing, just sort of trying to say, oh, this is the lower caste and this is what happens, and just cutting a very, sorry picture. And even now, like even college, if you think about it, I can't see any proper representation, which is even films, if you think about love stories and stuff also, like they'll not only love stories, I mean, they'll make it so much about love stories, how they'll say,
that's because it's a safe game, right? It's safe to play with those stories. It's not, you're not targeting the government, you're not targeting the upper class eyes, or like the officers and people in the, you know how they say that even in colleges and things like that, they'll be like, अरे तुम्हें reservation की क्या जरूरत है, या like, oh, reservation से सीटें चली गई हैं, लोगों को benefit मिल जाता है. जब आप एक्चुअली कहीं काम करने जाते हो किसी ऑफिस में, when you're working, bro, when I posted that, the video that I posted, I was very emotional. So many people have come up to me and they said that मेरे को promotion मिलने में इतनी problem होती है, या promotion मिल भी जाता है तो लोग बुरी नजर से देखते हैं. And आप देख लो, हम लोग तो शूद्राज हैं, सबसे ज्यादा वो business वाले कौन से थे? It's Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas. Vaishyas are the most business minded people. And if you see the richest people in the country are from that. That's the community, that the richest people, the biggest industrialists are from that community. एक भी दलित है क्या richest? तो अगर थोड़ा एजुकेशन में किसी को बेनिफिट दे दिया है तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? पीपल आर लाइक, नो, ठीक है ना, ठीक है, तो रिजर्वेशन हटा दो, डू एजुकेशन फ्री फॉर ऑल, बट डू एजुकेशन गुड. ठीक है, अभी ना पीपल लाइक, हाँ हाँ एजुकेशन तो फ्री भी होती है, लेकिन आपने डिफरेंस देखा है जाके उन रिमोट गांव में कि क्या किस टाइप की एजुकेशन मिलती है उन लोगों को? उन टीचरों से एक सेंटेंस नहीं बोला जाएगा इंग्लिश का प्रॉपरली, को खुद ऐसे हालत में पढ़कर आए हैं. आप पूरी कंट्री की एजुकेशन फ्री कर दीजिए और सारी एजुकेशन लेवल पे कर दीजिए, हटा दीजिए प्राइवेट स्कूल और गवर्नमेंट स्कूल और जितनी भी टाट पट्टी के जो हमारे दलित बच्चे आज भी टाट पट्टी के स्कूलों में जाते हैं, जहाँ पे पढ़ाई नहीं, मिड डे मील्स के लिए जाते हैं, वो पढ़ाई के नाम पे तो इट्स जिल्च. एंड व्हाट्स द पॉइंट? आप रिजर्वेशन हटाना चाहते हैं, ठीक है, एजुकेशन फ्री कर दीजिए और अपने फॉर्म्स जो आप भरते हैं आप उसमें अपना सरनेम डालना छोड़ दीजिए. फिर देखिए आप, फिर रिजर्वेशन की जरूरत ही क्या होगी जब सबको ये एक लेवल पर होगा, सबकी पढ़ाई एक लेवल पे होगी, सब इंग्लिश बोलते हुए निकलेंगे. जब वो एजुकेशन का लेवल, पैसे जा कर रहे हैं, ये जो लोग जीएसटी भर रहे हैं, कहाँ जा रहा है ये पैसा? किसी भी, आप आज भी अगर आप जाओ, these people, like everybody lives in their fancy as bungalows and apartments in Bombay. Go down now, go to some remote areas and see the schooling situation, how terrible it is. And this is caste system was what? This was started like back in the day, and they were divided with vocations, that the work that they do. Like I said, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishya. It is the way we look towards it. It's the community and the society, how they've started looking down upon it. Like how they see अरे चमड़े का काम. Like गांव में there were separate wells. आज भी separate wells होते हैं वहाँ पे कि वो दलित का पानी का well वो है, या उनका आज भी I think we were talking about this, the Hathras case. The harassment was going on for a very long time. And they wanted like the things like कि आप जिस एरिया में ऊंचे लोग बैठते हैं उधर आप उनके सामने खाट पे नहीं बैठ सकते, you have to sit on the floor and things like that. And these things still persist. मतलब पढ़ाई लिखाई, education is what? Education is not just maths and science and chemical reactions. Education brings awareness, education brings exposure. When you go meet people outside from other countries, other world, people from different communities, that's when your mind opens up. We're living in a little bubble and we're stuck in that bubble, and we don't want to open up. We don't want to learn anything. We just want to be in our little ideologies and be stuck with that, and that's the major problem.
I feel like even the upper class concept of merit is so flawed. Like this was happening in one class, like a university class, and we were just discussing, how everybody should have education, and people were discussing the reservation system, and some people said that it should not exist. And the reason behind that they were giving was that it should be on merit, but merit bhi kya hai? Like it's not just personal capabilities or intelligence. No, it's the opportunities that you've gotten from like your birth, which school you went to, which area you lived in, how your parents behaved, how people behaved with your parents and what not. So it's not just a black and white concept कि नहीं मेरिट पे ही मिलना चाहिए
नहीं,
ऐसा.
कुछ लोगों को आइडिया नहीं है ना किस तरीके की चीजें होती हैं गांव में आज भी. अगर आपको पता है, these are cases which we've seen and heard on the news that बच्चों को, दलित बच्चों को पेड़ से बांध दिया है ताकि वो बोर्ड एग्जाम नहीं दे पाए. कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं उन बच्चों के लिए. They are being beaten up because they are Dalit. Just they are being beaten up. They're not letting, the people are not letting them go to the schools to study and give their exams. Some of these Biharis and stop UP and इन सब जगहों के लोग जहाँ पे ये सब ज्यादा persist करता है, when they come to big colleges and come to like big classes, I take so much pride. Like I'm so proud of them, because it's very easy to say reservation हटा दो, पर आपने देखा नहीं है. You have not seen that situation firsthand. Can you imagine tying you to a tree just so that you cannot give your board exam? And this is done by the upper class from that areas because they have that much authority. No cop is gonna stop them. Who's gonna stop them? This little girl was raped by a zamindar of the land, zamindar's son, and the cops told her. And I know this because my mom was the chairperson for the State Commission for Women. I've seen these stories while growing up, and she would come back home so depressed, and she had blood. Poor 7-year-old girl, she was bleeding. So when they went to the cops are like, "नहीं, तुम सिर्फ ये बोलो that you just say that ये किसी बकरे वकरे का है खून या whatever." बिकॉज दबा दी बात. तो अगर किसी दलित बच्चे को किसी ने गांव में मार के गाड़ भी दिया कि वो एग्जाम ना दे पाए या उसके एग्जाम शीट्स छीन लिए या जो भी, वो तो जाके अपनी आवाज नहीं उठा सकता वहां पे, उसको और दबा दिया जाएगा बाय द सिस्टम. So these people who say, so ठीक है ना, हटवा दो reservation और stop using your surnames then. Why are you using your surname then? Your Pandey ji explains, your Pandit, you're a Pandit, Thakur ji, हटा दो. सबके फर्स्ट नेम्स लेकर चलो और फिर देखते हैं फिर क्या. देन वील सी ना. एंड व्हाट, रिजर्वेशन इज ओनली एट द एजुकेशन लेवल. देयर इज सो मच unemployment beyond college right now. People from general categories don't have jobs. This country is, where is this country going? There's two ways you can spiral, upwards or downwards. We're spiraling downwards because there's so much unemployment. And where do you think reservation helps in people in jobs? And if there is so much, we have kids in college, we have children in college, and this is the mindset that we have. Imagine the people who are 40-50-year-olds in your this thing offices and things like that. How much has that ideology set in their brain by that age, and now they're even cutter against those people. So they're like against those people. Imagine the discrimination they have to face at jobs. And now you talk about reservation. Okay, I'll only talk about my experiences. NIF didn't only have this Dalit reservation, OC, OBC, SC, OBC, Khali nahi tha. There was also an NRI quota. What is NRI quota? Aapka exam mein selection, maybe I'm putting it in a very harsh way, but this is a fact. A lot of people who couldn't get through the situation tests and the written exams that was there, so you just give extra money to the college, your fees is slightly higher, and you get in the college. So why isn't there discrimination against those rich people who are coming through the NRI quota, spending so much money? They also didn't go through the whole exam process. They probably didn't pass it. They didn't pass it, so why are they getting the chance out of money? So should not that be discriminated? There's Christian quota. There's all sorts of quotas. Why are people only after Dalits? Reservation रखना है तो सबका हटाओ. Like I said, and the reservation doesn't help you in getting a job. It just helps you educate, which is thank God for that. And this was started back in the day, B.R. Ambedkar, and the sad part is we're in 2021 and it still persists. And that's my anger towards it.
I'm so glad you spoke about it, because a lot of people have so many misconceptions, and I don't know how they can take the liberty to like talk about it in the first place,
Yeah.
And again, like this just connects to the media's representation, because like I was saying, even in films, the only stories that we'll see also about the community will only be representing what love stories. That
Yeah.
is it. Like you're just romanticizing that first. Like, is that it? No, they don't talk about income. They won't talk about jobs. All these
All
cases
the
that you mentioned.
discrimination that they face in jobs,
And like even the rape case that you mentioned, imagine like I had goosebumps, and this is just one story that you shared with me. I'm pretty sure your mom knows so many, and it's just suppressed like that. This is just very disturbing. Imagine how biased media representation is.
Yeah, it is the oppression and the kind of cases that the even the news, that the kind of cases the news also only represents is कि चलो दलित लड़की का रेप हो गया, दलित लड़की को जला दिया, ऑनर किलिंग एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. और भी चीजें जो दलित लोगों के साथ होती हैं काम पे, कॉलेजेस में, ये सब क्यों नहीं, इन सब की बातें क्यों नहीं करी जाती है मीडिया में? कॉलेज यही सब ब्रो. लाइक सो मेनी पीपल हैव लाइक रीच्ड आउट टू मी दैट मैरिज हुई तो उधर अभी उसको इन लॉज से वो रिस्पेक्ट नहीं मिलती है. मेरे डैड ने मुझे बोला था बचपन से कि तुम कास्ट में शादी करना, अपनी कास्ट में शादी करना. क्यों? क्योंकि अभी तुम्हें नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, आगे जाके तुम्हें समझ में आएगा दैट how you're not respected in the family. Maybe your husband loves you, maybe the immediate family, but it could be that the mother-in-law, the father-in-law will take out grudges with you in the future. Because and even in the movies we've seen that na, we've seen उनकी मार हो रही है, पिटाई हो रही है, वो victim के victim ही चले जाते हैं उस पूरी picture में. But why aren't you showing the stories of so many students reached out to me saying that it's so hard for me to go to college. I've stopped going to class because I hear other students telling me this only all the time, or then they won't believe me. अरे तुम चमार दिखते तो नहीं हो, तो तुमने क्यों? तो मतलब इसमें भी प्रॉब्लम है कि हम दिखते नहीं है चमार. बचपन से एक माइंडसेट था, लाइक माय दादी से, माय नानी यूज्ड टू से, गोरे पंडित और काले गोरे चमार और काले पंडित का भरोसा नहीं करना चाहिए. व्हाई? बिकॉज पंडित्स आर supposed to be white and fair and beautiful, and Dalits are supposed to be dark and disgusting, and that's a mindset, and that's my problem. That why? Because it's safe, and the thing is that it's only the it's not okay for me to say that if a upper caste filmmaker, if somebody is from the other cast and who's making a film on a Dalit film, fine, fair enough, make a film. But don't be so stuck up in your own observation. Try and talk to those people, be with them, around them, see what their real issues are. Don't play it safe. And don't portray the chief minister, Madam Chief Minister, in a jhadu and a dirty t-shirt, because she was never that. She never, first of all, wore that. She always and forever wore that salwar kameez, which she always did. And she never always had that hairstyle which they've done. Go do some research. If you want to make films about the community, make those films about the community, but do some research. Go on your best friend Google nowadays, which can help you in many other facts about life, which you don't have to have a perspective. Oh, this is how it is. Read about things, because people nowadays are well read.
Right.
The audience is growing and they're studying things. And that's why there's controversies, because they will talk about these things which are not right, which you perceive, and stop feeding people with your own perception of a community. Go inside that community, live that life for a month or two, and then have the audacity to make a film about the Dalit community when you've seen it firsthand.
Also, on this note only, why don't you think people from the community have the chances of portraying roles that are about them? Like, why do they get like upper class people and other people to like portray these roles that is the reality of somebody else now. तो उनको क्यों नहीं लाते हैं? Like people from the
Yeah, you
community को
mean
क्यों
like
नहीं लाते हैं?
bringing Dalit actors or like
हाँ.
Dalit filmmakers and things. Well, it just comes down to, I think, how set and see, you know what? I feel like in our country, films aren't made. Maybe now it's changing, and that they are made with a message to put out there or a story to put out there, a good, informative or whatever. But I still feel film business is it's cap everything is capitalizing these days, and everything is about making money. So nowadays it's all about किस एक्टर के सबसे ज्यादा फॉलोअर्स हैं, किस एक्टर्स को सबसे ज्यादा बड़ी मूवीज किस एक्टर ने करी हैं, या जो उनकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग में थोड़ा सा कम अच्छा दिखने वाला एक्टर होगा, अच्छा उसको डाल देते हैं दलित के रोल में. About Dalit. Like I think it was the guy who was Dalit or the girl comes from the Dalit community. I auditioned for it, I never got it. Because I don't look Dalit enough, or like some people say that I don't even look Indian enough, or like I don't even sound Indian enough, or that I have a very British English accent. So there are 10,000 excuses. Nowadays, producers aren't looking for actors neither. Let me tell you that. If you're sitting in a production house, they'll see which who are the new influencers with the maximum amount of influence following, and let's take them in movies. Why? There are people studying, educating themselves. Stanislavski, they're doing method acting, they're doing this and that. No, you don't want to reach out to them. You want to reach out to the people who are following. Because they want to play it safe, like the love stories. They don't want to take a risk. They want to play with the truth. But they don't want to play with their experiences and observations. There is no internalization. It is everything is sub upar ka. Everything is in the outer shell. You're not going inside the issue. You're not touching the stomach of the issue. And that's the problem. And why will they take anybody new, which किसी को जो भी जानता नहीं, और इंडिया का भी माइंडसेट ऐसा है, जिसको टीवी पे पहले 4-5 बार देख लिया वो भगवान है. फिल्म मेकर भगवान नहीं है, राइटर भगवान नहीं है, एक्टर जो टीवी स्क्रीन पे है, जिसको उस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में जीरो नॉलेज है, or has no opinion about the political environment of the world, or is just going like बैंगन की तरह, हाँ हमें पैसा मिला, हमें मूवी में ये करना था, तुमने ये कर दिया. Like people are dancing on garbage songs and stupid item numbers and whatnot, and these people have the followings. It's objectifying of women, and women are okay to be objectified. So because they're getting the money, they're getting million and million followers. We are stuck in this system. This needs a change in a major way. But it needs to be a change in the sense that there has to be a, I don't know, like I can't say anything. I feel helpless many times, and who am I to say anything? It's been so difficult for me to crack the industry because I don't have a following, and I have few principles and ethics which I will not just stoop down to, which some actors in Bollywood aren't caring about that. They will stoop down to anything because it's work for them. It's work. I'm getting money. So a lot of actors don't even have principles and ethics. They won't say no to a project because they think it's ethically wrong. They will just do it. And that's the problem. Because if you're getting money, to be honest, I don't blame them.
I don't know. It feels like we have to reevaluate the whole point of education only, because it's not that writers, directors aren't educated, no, and still they choose to like make these stories without doing any research, like you said. So how can you like how can you portray a story without talking to people from the community, na? Like,
or living their experiences, knowing what they exactly like. For example, let me give you a story example. What can a story be about? My granddad, for example, he was a very honest income tax officer. My granddad, I've not met him. He died at a very early age. He died when my father was 14 years old. He was a very honest income tax officer. He never took any under the table, he never got bribed or anything. He lived on his government salary and everything. He was gonna move out, and he was gonna, when he got married and he had kids and all that, he wanted to get a rental place for himself. The first house he got to rent, he The guy never bothered asking him what the caste was, and he just moved in. In like 2 or 3 days time, the landlord found out what my granddad's caste was. He kicked him out that same very night with the whole family and their luggage. He's like, "Nahi, up," and he's got that house washed and whatnot with water and everything after they left. It took them 3 or 4 houses to find a house, because the minute a person would find out that he's a Dalit, he did not get a family. He did not get a house. Finally, he managed to get a house where it was like those two-story houses, and they got the first floor, and the ground floor was by some other person, and obviously a different caste person. And the lady downstairs knew. The landlord didn't care, but the lady downstairs renting, she knew. So what she was, those days they used to have angitis, angithi pe they would cook food and things like that. She would on purpose uh, burn her angithi right outside their balcony so that the smoke goes in their house. They told her many times that please don't do it like that because the smoke comes in our house, and she's like, yeah, 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 whatever, but it continued. So one day my granddad, out of anger, he took a bucket of water and put it on her angithi, and that was it. That was the last time that it happened. After that, it panned up for years. Now this is a story. Talk about this story. Now how families are kicked out in the middle of the night with absolutely like no glitch in your heart. No, just cause it's from that Dalit. क्यों हमारे छूने से आपको कोई बीमारी हो जाती है? My father, which he never told me that. He never told me the house. In fact, I found out now when I asked him, and he shared my granddad's story, and I was like, we were renting this, the house which I am living, like, which is my Lucknow house right now. That is the one that dad bought when I was in the fifth standard. Before that, we were only swapping, like renting houses and everything. The house that we were renting, he told me, so we are Sagars, and Sagar often is also a Punjabi surname. So to get that house, my dad had to say we are Punjabis. He had to hide his identity even when I was like about 5, 6 years old. And he hid it till the time he bought that house. So this is a story. Talk about these stories, no? Why is nobody talking about these stories? There are many stories because the problem is that they don't know. सिर्फ प्यार में ही थोड़ी ना, वो कितना खेलोगे रोमियो जूलियट कार्ड यार. Educate yourself. That's why I'm saying research is very important.
What do you think the current scenario is though? Like, do you think it's becoming better, or I know you said about India.
You tell me if it's becoming better or we going down the drain. So this is what it is. There must be a physical contact, skin to skin contact with sexual intent. And merely groping without would not amount to sexual assault, ruled the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court recently. The HC opened that touching a minor's chest would not amount to sexual assault unless a minor's chest, unless the accused removed the top worn by the girl or slid his hands within a garment. This was the ruling pronounced by a single judge bench of Justice Pushpa something, I don't know, while modifying the conviction of a man who was sentenced to jail for sexually assaulting a minor girl. These fucking people are bending law. What are you telling? What are you like? I laugh like now it's a joke. It is so sad. You're bending law. We don't have chapters of democracy, secularism in our textbooks anymore. But you have studied, so you can talk to me about so much. I have studied, I can talk about it so much. What is the next generation? And obviously, these metro parents, like parents from Bombay's and Delhi's, and definitely who's going to talk about it when they're going to talk about baratas and multigrain breads in the house? They're not going to talk about issues that Dalit people are facing in the villages. And imagine if this generation has zero idea about it, what are they going to grow up to be? Are you at all like? It just makes me so like it chills me a little bit. It gives me goosebumps when I think about these things. This is what's happening in the country, so I don't know where the future belongs, honestly.
I don't know what to say about this ruling. I mean, you don't need movies to know how terrible this is. I mean, BSC buses only, you can't travel, not one journey where I felt safe, and especially if you're standing, it is crazy.
And let me tell you how majorly a groping affects a little girl. Like you feel frozen. This happened to me when I was a little girl, and I've gone. Bada Imambada is a famous heritage sort of place in Lucknow where we used to take, whoever would come and travel and come out from other cities, we'll take them. It's a bhool bhulaiya, so it's a big castle made by the Nawab, and it was made like a bhool bhulaiya because whatever logic, when you go there, read about it. I don't know, Google it. But there are a lot of parts in that where it's super dark. There is no light, and you just have to find your way through it. You have a guide with you, obviously, but they're very narrow sort of corridors and passages for people to go across. And I'm going, and I could hear like, sometimes you sense it from a distance that something terrible is coming. You know how they say कि लगता है कभी कोई पीछे खड़ा हुआ है, whatever. It is dark. I'm going, and there's my cousins ahead and behind me, and I could hear these like these hooting boys coming from a distance from us, like hee giggling and like making those sounds, and I'm sensing it, and I'm sensing that fear. You know what has happened? I have felt hands all over my body passing me when I was going, and I'm like, like it's that fear, like you feel frozen. I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking.
Yeah, me too.
They did not remove my clothes. They just ran their hands all over my chest. And that feeling is very scary. It is very scary. It's that fear of, I don't know if you've been on a plane and sometimes those small chartered planes go like that.
Yeah.
I've seen a man scream in that situation. Like that. You're telling me if a girl is groped by over her clothes, it's not sexual attack, assault? And that's the kind of ignorant people. But you never know. The judge in command maybe was being pressurized by somebody bigger in power. When you come about media representation, you've shown Mayawati, chief minister, in the jhadu and t-shirt. Mayawati never was a sweeper. Why is she holding a broom in the poster? What were you trying to? You trying to gain empathy or sympathy out of showing that kind of project? Like you think a lot of people, audience is not a fool anymore. They know what you're talking about, and they very much know what you're trying to do. And please don't touch subjects like this if you can't, handle it with care. You have to give some respect to human beings also.
Your story just reminded me of something scary, and it just came back to me. It's like I had sort of repressed, and right now I just had like such a vivid image in my mind. So we used to go to Vrindavan every year when I was a child. So my parents are Krishna followers and stuff. So it used to be a very holy visit and whatever. And I think I was also, I don't know, like 5 or 6, very, very young. And I mean, a temple is supposed to be like such a holy place, no? Like even in our, if you see our soap operas, daily serials and all, कितना हर एक एपिसोड में मंदिर की घंटी तो 3 बार बजेगी, है ना? So they've just made it as such a safe place, and no, like nothing, you wouldn't expect anything bad to happen in such a holy place, no? And it's just so scary. It came back to me. I haven't spoken to a lot of people about this. But even I was, so we were standing and बहुत भीड़ होती है वृंदावन में. So even till date, if you go right now also, बहुत yeah. So we were just, I think some aarti was going on or something. I don't remember it clearly. I was बहुत ही young, 5.5, 6 or something. And my parents were piche only, but I was, you know how you always make the kids stand in front of you. So I was also standing aage, and there was this man who was in front of me, okay? And he kept pushing me, kept pushing me. Then my parents were like sort of to the side, and he sort of turned, and I don't even know what all he did, but I remember that it was like some like amount of touching, and that's when because I didn't even realize what was happening. No, I'm so tiny. I don't know like what is that, you know? So I didn't even process it until like and this freezing thing, like while you were speaking about it, I froze because it all just came back to me. And my mother saw it, and she was like, you know, like, what the hell is he doing? And that's when she like straight up slapped him. And because my dad was there, that man didn't do anything. But like he had that the guy who was doing all that was in a dhoti. He had like full tikka and all that. So I don't even know who it was, but
That's another thing. That's like the religion is again like such a sensitive topic when it comes to, you know, because तुमने बना दिया कि पंडित पंडित की इमेज ऐसे बना, क्या क्या नहीं करते पंडित. You know, in Italy church, you know that, right? Like a lot of fathers are like pedophiles. But it's just that image. But no, because he's a father or वो गुरु जी हैं तो कुछ मत बोलो, उनको कुछ मत बोलो या चुपचाप रहो, you know, because it's that, like it's the view, you know, like मतलब religion is something. I'm religious, okay, I do puja and everything. People have dissed me for that. Dalit people have dissed me for that. They're like, one person said that अरे लेकिन हम तो दलित है, हमारे में नहीं मानते भगवान. It's a choice. You should let people live their choices. Who are you to tell me what do you know has happened in my life? Why do you think it gives me mental peace to do puja every day? I'll do puja every day. God didn't decide, and I'm not saying there is a God or whatever, but I do believe in that energy that holds this universe together. I have that much faith. I believe in karma. And if you don't, you fucking should. Because mind my language, because if you not notice it, if you do something bad, something terrible comes your way. It comes back to you. So I believe in that. But you know, now they say that over here also कि नहीं बड़ों की इज्जत करनी चाहिए. बड़ों की इज्जत तब करनी चाहिए जब बड़े इज्जत वाले काम कर रहे हैं. If somebody in the family, if somebody is trying to put you down or not doing that, so exactly like you said, this man who was trying to be weird with you, he had that tika and everything, because it's the portrayal, because that's a problem with our country. Our country very much believes in the outer appearance of something. They will always judge the book by its cover. That's the thing. And that's why, that's the problem, why these politicians with like, you know, that Guruji, Yogi, Pogi, whatever that the image they have, it's the uneducated, unaware people. And why do you, it's a fear also, na, but लोग पढ़ जाएंगे तो इन लोगों को कोई इज्जत थोड़ी देगा. The problem is that even when I don't know, I don't even know, like even the educated ones, when it, then there is this kind of section in the society which is very industrialist, all about the money and capitalism. The point of view is only different. You know, the point of view towards life and world is only different. I was having an argument with somebody, I don't know, yesterday, and this is something to do with robots. Yeah, the conversation was about robots. Like, oh, now we should have robots as servants or do house help and things like that. And I'm telling him, I'm saying, yeah, sure. And I was like, London has actually started. I saw it in somebody's post that now, because of so many viruses, they're sending these little bots to deliver mails and things like that. So not human beings aren't going for the little bots or delivering food or whatever from the car. They'll leave the bot will go drop it off and come back. He's like, yeah, it'll be so good and all that. I was like, yeah, but think about India. India is such a majorly populated country, unemployment, and उसमें यही सब है, vocations, जो गरीब लोग हैं, जो नहीं पढ़े लिखे हैं, वो लोग यही सब काम करके अपने पैसे कमाते हैं. And यही, और ऐसी, even in construction or film business or whatever, there are a lot of equipments and machines now made which are doing the jobs internationally, but we have that kind of number of people in our country that where will they go? And it's like, but imagine like the work will be so much faster. You won't have to do the work and everything. I was like, this is your capitalist mind thinking. You are not thinking as a human being. You're not, where are these people gonna go? And capitalism is just growing like crazy over years. I don't know what's gonna happen to us.
No, really, I don't know how we started off on films, but there we are discussing the fate of humanity.
It all comes down to this, because these are the people funding these films or these news channels. Jab everything is on one person is running the telecommunication, the toll, the road, the railway, the bloody anything that you eat or drink or food. You're not giving any other industry or any other person a chance. If a Dalit person has started a factory or a company, usko koi government mein kaam nahi dega, because these people have taken over. There is no scope of new innovation because it's run by this one-minded person and one-minded family. Why don't you just make him the prime minister of the country? And that is so wrong. And that is wrong because these are the people funding these channels. You understand, right? All these, even some OTT platforms are funded by these people. Everywhere they have a share, everywhere. So when that's what it is, so it's just down spiral of a bigger thing, you know.
Running a monopoly, you know, every sector में कुछ ना कुछ.
That's what it is. It's a monopoly. तो किसी के पास अच्छी story भी होगी ना, आप जाइए. I had scripts and everything. I've gone to bigger agency. Very quickly, तो एक अच्छी script है, हमें दे दो, हम किसी और से बनवा लेंगे. And what give us the script, we'll pay you for the script, let it be directed by somebody else and somebody else acts in it. And what about my vision of the project?
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin it. I've seen projects changing from a fried egg becoming to a scrambled egg from the script to screen. It's changed. It's a new project. You won't even recognize this is your script that you wrote. Because of this, the monopoly, it's being controlled by a higher power, and everything that you see right now is being controlled by a higher power. And what will you represent now? Like, what can you represent when they're doing FIRs left, right, and center on movies and things which are coming on Netflix? Recently, there've been what is that show, Saif Ali Khan's show that's got a case of misrepresentation?
Yeah. Shiva, no, what is it called?
Tandav, I think.
Tandav.
So like,
they use the Trishul and the Damru and they're saying that, you know, it's not represented properly or something.
Who the hell are you to decide that? Do you understand the meaning of fiction? Fiction is that. Fiction is where you represent the truth as your inner expression. उसमें शुरू में होगा ना that they must have written a disclaimer ना that this is a fictional character, whatever. But जब आप पढ़े लिखे ही नहीं हो तो आपको कहाँ समझ में आएंगी ये चीजें? You don't understand messages, you don't understand art, you don't understand representation, you don't understand abstract modern art. You've never studied this. You've never, probably, I don't know if you've sat in a school, I don't know. And it's just because of your, you know, the privileges that you've got, that you've reached at the position that you have, or I don't know how, but जब लोगों में awareness ही नहीं है तो वो सही गलत की क्या समझ रखेंगे?
You know, for our students, a lot of us ask our professors if they know of any, you know, good films that have Dalit representation. Do you know of any that you would like recommend?
I don't know. I don't watch many Hindi movies because I do feel that they are like created in a sort of zone that, you know, वही just अपनी mindset के हिसाब से जो picture है बनी हुई है और उसमें कुछ भी सच नहीं है, whatever. But I would say, like, to compare how you show, like in terms of studying, like if you have to study a film, like how you're showing problems like capitalism or casteism or these kind of thing. I'll give you two films to watch. एक तो Fungi है. Watch Fungi. Fungi is an Indian film on the representation of Dalit. But with in direct relation to that, there's a Lithuanian film called Miracle. Okay, if you want, I will send you the link for that because I don't know the exact name. I'll send it to you. You watch it and see the difference in vocational, like how in this Miracle, the film, he's taking pride in his profession because the filmmaker has given him that opportunity to take pride in his, which is his expertise in doing that job that he does on a daily basis. फंड्री में दिखाया कि उनसे वो काम भी नहीं हो रहा है जो उनका वो डेली का जॉब है, तो आप तो उनको गया गुजरा मत करो. You know what I mean? And if you want to watch that, give me a minute, I'll tell you. I made a list about these things. So like for example, like if you want to, there are films, if you want to make films in the future, there are films which are talking about issues. So like for example, there's a film which is dealing about colonialism. Okay, so it dealing about colonialism. See the representation of the issue. The film is called Battle of Algiers. Okay, I'll send you the link. On fascism is there is the great dictator. Capitalism, there is Wall Street, Erin Brockovich. And if you notice, Erin Brockovich, it was on capitalism, but see how well these films are made of. हम constantly हम दुखी नहीं हो रहे हैं या बेचारी नहीं बोल रहे हैं उसको. You know what I mean? We show how strong Erin Brockovich is and how she's come up with her kids and everything, and what a boss lady that she is, that she's running. You know how she is doing it. She's wearing her short skirts and fighting cases, you know. Then there is A Man of Marble, To Live. Then there is one on patriarchy. Um, Life of Oharu. Life of Oharu is the one on patriarchy. Watch these films because these are the films which represent issues with a sort of experiential, like something to say, something to think about. You know, when you watch it, it will give your brain like some work to do. It won't just be like it dekh liya as it is. You know, you'll think about it, you'll understand it, you'll feel what the person is feeling. It won't just be like, oh, I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah. We'll try to screen these. So First Cut has screening.
I'm gonna send you the list of these films which I just mentioned, and you'll understand how you try how to make a film which focuses on an issue with your own personal touch to it. Not just taking a story from पंचतंत्र की कहानियां बना लो ना फिर उनमें जानवर होते थे तो जानवर की तरह इंसान रख दो और बना दो पंचतंत्र की कहानियां. तुम लोग तो वही करते हो ना. Leave something for imagining, something to interpret. You know, art should make you think and make you feel and question the world and the environment. But people are so scared of questions. They just want to play it safe and बस limelight में आना है, red carpet event करना है, picture आ जाए बस, कुछ कहना नहीं चाहते उन चीजों से.
But this is why I feel we look up to you so much, because even in this conversation, I'm just stunned with how, you know, bold you are, how vocal you are, and it takes a lot.
I had the brunt for it after you released it, but I don't know. It's fine. I don't care. I'm glad that I'm happy that you guys reached out to me, and it took me a while to speak up these things. You know, it took me a while because I wasn't sure earlier. I told you as well, right? I was like, I'm not sure. I'm skeptic. Blah blah blah. Because when I talk about it, I get mad. But thank you so much for letting me do this, because I feel like I could speak my mind with you, and thank you for finding me worthy of it. Let me put it.
What are you saying? No, really, thank you for letting us ask these questions. Also, I was feeling like we're not, you know, it's not our place only to question these things, but there are so many misrepresentations, and I feel like you've just addressed them so well and so boldly. Like, I am energized. I should go for a jog or something right now, you know. But seriously, thank you so much.
And it's amazing to see you young people taking initiative, and I feel like you're still young, and there are many more younger people than you. I'm doing this. I'm starting educating people. I'm trying to start training people in film production and things like that. Give them education. तुम्हारे घर में बाई आती है, driver आता है, उनके बच्चों को पढ़ाओ. Just educate them, because education is the only thing that will save this country. And education, I don't mean plus minus multiplication. I mean awareness. What is right and wrong, to be able to stand up for your own rights. वरना तो दबते हैं तो दबते ही चले जाएंगे. And I think it's a great initiative what you guys are doing.
Glad that we got to speak to you, and all of our students, teachers, everybody who's listening gets to, you know, hear directly from you. And I hope that the viewers view and listen to this with kindness, and I hope they're
I hope I've not hurt some sentiments. If I have hurt some sentiments, I hope something good comes out of it, though. Something to shake you up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. No, I just hope they're kind to you as well, because it takes a lot of strength, and we won't know this, but you do. And like you said, even when you posted those stories and stuff, you know, people won't leave an opportunity to like jump on a person. But we just hope that everybody who's listening can, you know, send you lots of love and lots of good vibes. Okay. And please follow Sanya on her Instagram. She goes by Pink Moss. Okay. And also, I had to ask you, what is Pink Moss?
Yeah, it's a very light art. Like a lot of people, they're like, when you seem like such a serious person on Instagram, but you're so chilled and everything. I don't know. I was always fascinated. I love the color of moss. I love the texture of moss after the rain and everything. And it's just that it's the pink moss. This is, makes it so lighter. Like moss is what? Moss is bacteria and dirt that's stuck, but it's still beautiful. You need to see the beauty in the dirt. I feel like you have to see and appreciate what's there. Like you can't just overlook something just because it's dirty. There's sometimes gems, gold, diamonds come out of coal, man. So you need to appreciate dirt also because there could be some gold in it.
Right, right. So, also, lastly, just for more film related updates and details about our film festival, Postcard, it's happening in February from 12 to 14. So, make sure you follow Postcard on Instagram, like everybody who's listening. And yeah, that's all that we have for you now. And we'll see you later, I guess.
See you later.